Hello, everyone. It is wonderful to see you all here from different parts of the world. I am privileged to be hosting you this evening as we glide into the realm of storytelling with two wonderful artists. At SixSox, we believe that each one of us is a dreamer, one that can aspire to become a winner. We welcome all of you with open arms as our goal is to serve, learn, share, and reach beyond. In addition, we are here for you with any assistance that you or your organization might need on a group or an individual basis. Six Socks Classroom is where we deliver quality to the best of our capabilities. Do reach out to us to know more. Today, in our fifth SixSox Showcase and the last one for this special year, the 2020, we bring to you an artistic interactive with Deepa Pillai and Rohit Bhasi. Deepa S Pillai is an actor, dancer, choreographer, and Hatha Yoga Practitioner based out of Planet Earth. An engineer turned performing artist, she holds a degree from New York University Tisch School of Arts as the most recent one. Her interest in life is to decode the magical bond between storytelling and life and how the former's modalities become root to the latter's existence. Art is one of the interesting dimensions through which stories get propagated, and bodies, therefore, are both ephemeral blocks of life and the threads that weave the fabric of culture, belief, or practice for eternity. She aspires to create stories of life experiences as they emerge and in the process become an archive of memories transcending time. Rohit Bhasi, a Bengaluru-based illustrator and painter, his practice is influenced and driven by the myriad folk narratives, myths, belief systems, and evolving natures of our society. His work is an attempt to understand and decode the ancient from a contemporary perspective. He also remains fascinated by the human form and its potential for beauty, destruction, and creation, hence a leaning towards the performing arts and storytelling forms. Rohit is also part of Still Space Theatre, a Bengaluru-based performing arts collective, and creates under the label Indigoranges. I have put together a small video for all of us to get to know them better. Hope you enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Deepa and Rohit, Storytelling, Mankind's Performative.
Thank you. Namaskaram, everyone. My name is Deepa S Pillai, and I have my friend Rohit Bhasi, and together we are here to present to you a small story. Of course, we're storytellers. The moment somebody says, Hey, did you hear that? Suna? Or Ketingla? Across mankind, whichever bhasha or language we take, the moment somebody tells, did you hear this? Did you know? This is something about you. Something happens in this entire system. The neurons and the electrons and the atoms. There's something happening inside. Until then, the reaction does not necessarily have to mean that I stop doing what I'm doing and I'm like, bolo, kya hua? Not necessarily. Based on the age and the memory, we'll see what memory is. We might probably just be sitting and typing, but there's an active transfer of energy that's happening. This is storytelling. Something happens in this entire system just because the element of curiosity is triggered. That is storytelling. This is a supremely powerful a tool that this mankind has, that it can instantly transport us from where we are to another world. Let's take a product, marketing. The entire marketing industry, I'm sure, is $1 billion industry, right? How do they sell the product? Let's take an example of Coke. Coke, I'm sure, has been having multiple taglines throughout the year. One such tagline is Khule Khushiyan. Open the gateway to happiness. And how are the ads made? The father, they have many ads, of course. One particular thing which I remember, the father and the mother, they plan a day, they come home, they have a very tired day. The daughter and the son are really feeling bad that, my parents wanted to go out. Let's make it up. Cheer them up. They take a Coke, and until then the video goes in a normal mode. But from the moment that this the what do you call that? Oh my God! See, I'm not even getting the name. Is opened. That goes. Nobody cares. Slow motion, and then she takes that Coke and they pour that sugar syrup. Sugar syrup and a Coke. It's not any amridam, life giving thing, no. That slow motion, and then the camera from far it comes zoom panni. And after once they pour, the camera will take on under. This is the table, a glass table, even better. And then the camera is taken, the video is shot from here, and then play slow motion. The Coke pours, and then ice falls on it, and then the daughter goes and gives it, Appa, take this. The moment you have this, it's everything is set in life. And then the father looks at the daughter like, this is why I said we should have a child. This is why we must have a daughter, to give this Coke to me right now. And then the father drinks, and that face, khule khushiyan. When what actually must be happening is, to an otherwise healthy man, I'm actually going and spoiling himself by giving sugar syrup like Coke. Once or twice, all right. But every day, if there's a daughter that's giving Coke to the father, we all know how important, how healthy Coca-Cola, or any, for that matter, any sugar syrup is. But the mind is easily tricked. We don't care. I know. It's all right. My daughter is giving me. One day, if I have, what is going to happen? That is the power of storytelling. That is what happens when emotions are coupled with any product. That product and we have nothing to do in common, nothing to do in life. It is an absolute luxury to me. Still, I'll feel, yes, the reason why I'm born as Deepa in this century, in this planet, is to have this Coke. Yes, what according to you is memory? Shreya, if we can have the answers.
Absolutely, Deepa. Okay, remember?
Yes. Yes, remember, absolutely. Very simple and a straightforward answer, which is the truth.
Yes. Rehearsal?
Rehearsal. Yes, rehearsal. Wake up. We have a patterned
moments. Okay. Feeling from the gut.
Feeling from the gut. Okay.
That's interesting.
What I have
what
seen.
I've seen in the past and experience.
I like that.
That
Where
was
did
lovely.
Best answer. Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. All of these is right. Memory is all of these. It is recollection, it is nostalgia, it is preconceived notion, instinct, experience, 32 GB. Yes. Yes. Experience. Yes. So can I say this thing we can call as our memory? That the state that we are right now, the beliefs, the practices, all that is composed in, that has gone behind the making of me is my memory. An imaginative world. We all of us can understand. A world that nobody has ever, we've not seen. That is why you imagine. The moment I see that, I don't have to imagine anymore. I know what it is. But imagination is a whole different world altogether. The memory and the imagination. And the only one strand which connects these two is storytelling, undoubtedly. So I would like to conclude this introduction with just one small quote. The the uh, the 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 capacity that this human race has in terms of affecting the rest of the world is because of these two remarkably powerful potential, that is memory and imagination. And coming back to the same thing, because of these two powerful faculties that we alone have, memory and imagination. And what is it that weaves these two? I can say with all the grit, that is storytelling. It's nothing other than storytelling. With this as a very small introduction, I would like to take you to the life of a good friend of mine. We will see this person's experience in life, what storytelling meant and what storytelling has done to her.
ஒரு கதை கேட்கலாமா? Oh, sorry. Shall we now listen to a story? Ladies and gentlemen, we will now listen to the story of Khichdi. Living in a French city of Pondicherry in southern India, Khichdi was a dreamer. Now it is the year 1996. Khichdi was revolving in a world of stories. Her family's memory followed one kind of a pattern characterized by chants, recitals, and daily rituals of life. Her grandmother one day told her a story about a little girl named Kodai. This girl had a superhero named Krishna. As Kodai delved deeper in her devotion, she reimagined a world where Krishna lived with her and altered her current life in accordance to her imagined world. Eventually, her hero appeared and they both got married. Khichdi laughed with excitement. Ada, like you just imagine and then it happens. Aha, parvailiye. Not bad. Year 2006. Rhonda Byrne's book, Secret, came as a groundbreaking testimony for the innovative concept called Law of Attraction. Based on the book The Science of Getting Rich, Secret established the theory of the law of attraction through visualization and imagination, and how our thoughts are frequencies which attract people who vibrate in the similar levels, thereby opening a whole new world of opportunities that will manifest our desires. In other words, your personality creates and alters your personal reality. Today, it all comes back to Khichdi that somehow 2006 was already told as a story in 1996. The imaginative world was already stored in her memory in the form of a story, and Khichdi realized that the new is sometimes a deja vu. Year 1996. Khichdi had a best friend named Jamun. Jamun's family's memory followed a different kind of pattern characterized by chants, recitals, and daily rituals of life. One day, Jamun suffered from a very bad stomach pain. Knowing this, when Khichdi went to her place, her grandmother told her that they have taken Jamun to the temple where the priest has a magic medicine. Intrigued by the magic medicine, Khichdi ran to her appa to get permission if she can go to the same temple. As usual, appa says no, and the sad Khichdi came out only to see Jamun walking back home happily. When she asked her what was the magic medicine, she said it was water. Some water. Khichdi stood there in surprise. Water, ah? Water is magic, ah? Year 2004. Japanese author and pseudoscientist Dr. Masaru Emoto proved through his experiments that human consciousness can affect the molecular structure of water. Emoto's book, The Hidden Messages in Water, published in 2004, showed his experiments where he captured the molecular formula of samples of water which were subject to different human emotions. The groundbreaking analysis showed how water literally became what the mind thought while in close proximity. Today, it all comes back to Khichdi, that the memory of the stories were a sneak peek to the imaginative future. If water literally becomes what I think, more than 70% of this body is water. More than 70% of this planet is water. Is this why mankind is in a stance where tablets fail and ailments prevail? Year 1996. Khichdi studied in a convent school. She had a friend named Brady. Brady's family's memory followed a different kind of pattern characterized by chants, recitals, and daily rituals of life. Brady one day told Khichdi about her superhero named Christ, who was a very kind and a compassionate person. Brady told Khichdi about this story where Christ one day walked on the sea in order to restore faith in his devotees and protect them. Khichdi stayed quiet in astonishment. Walk on the water? Year 2010. Yoga, a way of life which involves teaching discipline to the human body at various levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, and psychically. Khichdi is now a seeker in the stream of yoga and came across the 8 superpowers of yoga called the Ashtasiddhis, the Anima, Mahima, Garima, Laghima, Prapti, Prakamya, Ishitva, and Vashatva. Laghima is a result of a disciplined practice where the body is taught the mechanism of becoming light, that one can literally levitate, float, or fly. What do these experiences bring to Khichdi? Or let's ask ourselves, what do these hint us about? Can we say that tomorrow is possibly a consequence of our minds today, and our minds today is a cumulative accumulation of our daily rituals of life from the past? Stories were the only messengers to a mind conditioned by layers and layers of memory our society teaches us to believe and create a world that was outside of what the eyes saw. Is it not then the face of that Supreme Creator to remind us that we are all mere possibilities? It is with the deepest of convictions that we present here that the power of storytelling transcends the generic mandates of the human limitations and is the most significant way to get a mind imagined of an utopian world that neither parties have seen in real. In our experience as storytellers, sharing a story to a mind is sowing a seed to imagination, with the due watering to the seed in the form of thoughts, practices, experiences, and of course, karma. This seed will germinate. And when this story is presented as a repetition with properties of movement and voice and emotions, then rest assured that this act will preserve the foundation of an entire civilization for multiple millennia.
Thank you, Deepa, for taking us through this wonderful journey with you and such lovely and interesting artworks from Rohit. We saw the entire perspective now from Deepa, and I'm sure everybody in the hall is curious about who this artist is behind, who has, sat and made all the artworks for Deepa and for the story to come together so wonderfully. When did you get into the process of sketching, and what made you stick to this style that has become second nature to you?
I think when that would be childhood. I mean, if I remember, I've been drawing since my childhood with some long breaks in between, let's say during college and all. I remember not drawing much, but for the larger part, it has been a lifelong process. I mean, as most children do, they start from stick figures. Then we move on to more fleshy figures. We keep on adding, and life teaches you things. You learn things in school, outside school, TV, comic books, friends. You get to travel. The kind of books you read, you pick up stuff from everywhere. And I guess, thank you, sir. Thank you, Vanita ji. And yeah, you pick up stuff as you go along in life, and I think that adds layers to your craft, whatever craft or skills you are involved in life. And whatever styles you see today is basically what you go through in life, what you learn, what life teaches you, or whatever you have picked up from life, the kind of people around you. And most of my drawings are based on people around me. I base all my artwork on people I have seen, experienced, met, or read about. And I try to put my own little situations around those people.
Right.
I have a long abiding interest in mythology and history and archaeology and spirituality too. Yeah. So I take these, then I take the people and situations around me, and let's see how we can bring them together and create new stories out of that. And
wow. That sounds very, very interesting. So that is where, we see that mythological in a contemporary eye that, comes across through most of your artwork, right? That's a very interesting journey.
It's quite fun, actually. I mean, you get to see things in a different light, and you can create whole new parallel universes out of life around you. So mundane becomes more interesting, actually.
Wonderful, wonderful. Like we promised in the beginning, we now have a short sneak peek into the process that came about and what actually went into making this evolved video that you all saw and enjoyed right now. Just let me take you through this short video that Deepa and Rohit have put together for you.
There was once a group of monkeys who lived and enjoyed an ordinary monkey life. They were proudly the members of the Homo erectus until one time when one in the clan began to think what would happen if he stretched his spine a little further. He began to believe in that imaginative world, and with continuous persistent effort, his army emerged, and over a few million years, a whole new species called Homo sapiens evolved. That few centimeters the spine chose to displace gave life to a whole new dimension of living, which now has gods, demons, faith, and many more, all clubbed under one word called consciousness. What is your story then? Is it acknowledging that few centimeters shift called consciousness? Or is it refusing that massive, massive evolution only to be back here as yet another mortal life in this planet? What is your story?
Thank you, Deepa and Rohit. You guys took us on an exciting ride through the realm of stories and artistry. I'm sure all of us have a lot to think and take back. We are proud to have launched SixSox Community, our small gesture to give back. We have been incorporating one alternate SixSox Saturday as a community classroom in association with Mr. Venkat, Pencilman of UAE, and hope to have your support throughout. Always remember, SixSox Minds is here to serve, learn, share, and reach beyond. We are also here for you and your organization to identify talents and help nurture them. We listen and address to your requirement. Do reach out to us on sixsoxminds@gmail.com for this and more. It is a pleasure having you on board with us each time. We wish all of you, as well as Deepa and Rohit, for sharing their time with us here today. Wish you all a wonderful and festive time with family this end of year. And we look forward to seeing you all back mid-January 2021, ringing in the new year on a fresh note. Have a great day ahead and a wonderful year to look forward to. Namaskara.